I wonder if that 5 car's out of gas.
I think he ran into something.
Yeah. He hit hard.
But he's got hood damage. He had to drive underneath somebody.
His crew chief just asked if he needed bite in it, and he needs a lot more than that.
He already got bit.
That is not good.
Come on.
It's Jim Long.
Jim, you better take a look at the right side of that car before you get too.
Think Kyle didn't tell him?
He hasn't seen this damage yet.
I think I may have some right side damage.
Whoa. No brakes, no front brakes.
Now he's got to back up because he's over the line. You can't service the car when it's over that line.
Last lap was a 73. A pretty bold plan here. If we catch a caution, we're going to drop.
Well, that's the right side of damage, but that's not the hood damage.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out when the hood damage started.
Here comes the 15.
Oh, wow, look how sideways he is.
And how hard he hit him. That 15 truck pounded into the side of Ted's truck, and he didn't spin out.
It looked like a demolition derby. He ran right into it.
I've never seen anything quite that dramatic. Watch this.
He just nails him, and Ted does a whale of a job of hanging onto that thing. I don't know where
Kyle
Krisiloff is going, but
Well, I think Kyle was just minding his own business.
oh yeah, look at there. That's what happened. Ted just starts coming down, and he says, "Oh, hello."
I think that was just a situation where Ted felt like the 15 would let off a little early and let him down in the corner.
Yeah, because he's 3 laps down.
Oh my goodness, we got some damage here with a 14 car.
Well, that's not baking powder we see puffing out of the back of that car. He's got heavy damage, and Kyle Krisiloff was supposedly going to be the lucky dog award winner during this caution flag, but he wasn't very lucky at all.
Let's take a look what happened here, because he's a lucky dog. He looked like he's flying. Oh, he's flying back up to the front, and that is something you really got to be careful of. The 33 car, Tony Raines, is warming his tires up, and the spotter always needs to tell the guys, here comes the car a lap down to get it back. As a driver, I always wondered if I was going to run into somebody on the outside trying to get that lap back. You got to run hard to try to get all the way back around the racetrack, and as you're running about 70 miles an hour and outside, this guy pulls out in front of you, bam!
You were the lucky dog getting your lap back, Kyle. What happened?
You know, that's a tough one to swallow. I mean, we're a small team and we can afford stuff like this. NASCAR tells you to go to the outside, you know, and pass the pace car and get your lap back, and spotter, it's up to their responsibility to tell the driver to move down and give room to the lucky dog. And you know, I don't know, for some reason, you know, Tony didn't know. It's nothing he did, but the communication wasn't there, and I was going along the outside and he pulled up right in front of me. You know, I had to be going a certain amount of speed to catch up to the back of the pack. You can't go by the cars 5 miles an hour faster than them. You have to, you know, you have to go so you can get back to the back of the pack. So I really don't know what else I could have done. I mean, right at the last minute, he pulled up right next to the wall, just warming up his tires. So it's really tough for our team because, you know, we don't have that many cars, and we're trying, you know, to get going every week, and stuff like this just shouldn't happen.
All right, Brandon, it was a tough break for Kyle Krisiloff. They're trying to make ends meet right now. They're not even guaranteed a sponsor for the remaining races.
Yeah. And for 3 and 4, car on the bottom, cars up high, back it down, cars up high, cars up high. Caution is out, so come on around here.
That was the 14 car of Kyle Krisiloff that spun around. And a couple of cars having to jump on the binders, including Stephen Wallace in the 66.
Steve's got not much. He's going to have to get the left front fender up off the top of the 66 car. He got into the 14 car Krisiloff trying to pass him on the outside. And if they don't get that fender off that tire, they need to spend the time now, get that clearance. The car's in perfect shape. Right side looks good. Enough aerodynamics that they can still run in the top 10.
Yeah, these guys are going to have to get a big hammer out and hammer that fender out so it'll clear. You get a ton of wheel travel here, so they're going to have to get that thing cleared.
And there's the rear damage to Kyle Krisiloff's Clever Girl baking powder machine. Let's see if we can see again what happened to Kyle riding on board with Kevin Harvey.
Looked like he just lost it and slid up into Stephen Wallace, who was trying to pass him on the outside.
Whoa, good job.
Oh, Bliss, big hit.
Oh, and he gets sandwiched on the side there by the 14 car of Kyle Krisiloff, who had nowhere to go. He had traffic above him, and Bliss's car comes down across the
right
racetrack.
side, bad damage.
Yeah, that's a hard wreck right there.
Kyle had nowhere to go on that one, and just a victim. Got tagged from Landon Castle. The 14 car comes through of Kyle Krisiloff, and they're wrecking way behind him. Everybody's trying to slow down, and they stay wrecking.
Problems off of turn 2, car sideways. The 14 car of Kyle Krisiloff gets down right in front of traffic. One of the impressive rookies in this year's crop, Krisiloff, who had that great top 5 finish at Talladega early in the year, and he has had some contact with the wall.
He's got some real damage there on the right front. He's got that right front wheel aimed the wrong way. So he's hit the wall pretty hard with that end of the car.
Like you get left rear, left side, Brian.
These guys have to go behind the wall and work on this car.
And that's the toughest thing in the world to take too early in the race. The first couple laps, you're already in the wall. Guys have been out here braving this heat all week long, and only 3 laps in the race, you're in the wall already. And that's a hard hit, guys. Right rear quarter panel, right front. He's not going to be able to fix that and get that out soon. Let's take a look at this replay, guys, and see what happened.
He's already sideways and just trying to chase the car up and ran out of room, got in the wall.
And again, thank God for that soft wall, guys. That really takes a lot of the impact away from the driver when they can hit that part of the wall. Pretty slick up there. Oh, big wreck in the back straight away.
That's the 14 again of Kyle Krisiloff involved, so that's his second deal of the day.
Looks like he bumps in the back of the 28, goes on the inside of it. And the 28 car, Robert Richardson, just comes across and gets him, and boy, look at this crash.
That could have been serious for a lot of guys. That was payback right away.
And it looks like Kyle does get loose right there in the spot we talked about.
Oh, Jason left with just the wrong spot at the wrong time there. That's really unfortunate.
See, it looks like he thinks he's got him cleared right here, and he gets blindsided. There's nothing he could do, and at that point, really nothing Kyle Krisiloff could do.
Take a look what Mike Wallace saw from behind this mess.
Right there in front of you. Back it down there. Come to the bottom. Come to the bottom. There you go.
There's trouble on the racetrack. The 41 slaps the wall.
Kyle Krisiloff spinning the 41 car.
Need some tires, Brian.
That will bring out. That'll bring out the 3rd caution flag today here with just 45 laps to go. Here's the reason for the caution flag. Kyle Krisiloff making his 3rd start of the year for Chip Ganassi, and the car just goes around on him.
Yeah, that's that transition that we talked about earlier, about how difficult it is when you come out of that banking. You all of a sudden are on a flat racing surface, and if you don't have the back of the car hooked up completely under you, then that's exactly what will happen. It'll just come around in a hurry. Not much damage there.
Krisiloff trying to keep it out of the outside wall, and the word is he will be in this car all the way through Talladega, where he had that great top 5.
Right in front of you, right in front of you.
Caution number 4 on the day, and it's the 41 car again of Kyle Krisiloff.
This is the same car that brought out the
Take it to the garage.
The last caution.